All right, good morning everyone. Welcome to the 24th episode of our Agribiz Media Forum here in SM Lanang Premier. Once again, daghang kayong salamat, Ma'am Rhea Pojas, our Public Relations Officer here in SM Lanang Premier. And of course, our friends from the media, daghang kayong salamat sa pag-anhin ninyo. And today, kauban nato ang mga resource speaker. Kauban nato si Sir Dante Moico Jr., ang President sa Davao Regional Cacao Industry Council, alang sa National Cacao Congress. And kauban isab nato si John Paul Matuginas, ang Regional Focal for Industrial Crops sa Day 11. And of course, si Sir Jeff Briones, ang President sa Davao Horse Club, to talk about the upcoming National Horse Show, Agri-Fair. Alright, so magsugod na ta, because I think back-to-back ang atong press con karon. Ang first, si Sir Dante Moico Jr. Sir, kining 2-day National Cacao Congress, usabay nakalinya ani nga mga aktibidades, o pila ang atong gina-expect nga participants?
May buntag sa tanan. First of all, I would like to thank the media for being here, being our partners ever since. My name is Toto Muico of the Davao Region Cacao Council, and we will be holding our National Cacao Congress, of which Davao City again will be the host, same as last year and the years before. And this will be a pretty big thing for the cacao industry, not only for cacao but also for other crops as well, because we're doing intercropping, no? So in this event, it will be on the 16th and 17th of November, 2 days, and on the third day there will be some farm tours for our participants. We are expecting around 1,000 to 1,500 participants, because right now, as of this day, the counting is at around 1,000.
Alright, thank you, Sir Toto. And follow-up lang dirita ka ang John Paul Matuginas regarding gapo na ng National Cacao Congress. Mag-expect ba daghan nga mga beneficiaryo sa itong mga programa sa DA nga mga cacao farmers nga mo-attend aning Congress?
Yes, maayong buntag sa tanan, no? So, from the Department of Agriculture, yes, natay sponsorship nga i-provide in support to the National Cacao Congress. So, we will be inviting and exhibiting our mga cooperators, association from different provinces and cities in Davao region. So, as well as high value mga beneficiaries, and then also the CFIDP nato ang mga beneficiaries, and the Agribusiness and Marketing Assistance Division is also, we will support for this event by next week po for the National Cacao Congress.
Thank you, JP. Sir Jeff, unsa ba'y mga aktibidades po nga nakalinya alang ni ining National Horse Show Agri-Fair karong November 10 to 12?
So, good morning to everyone. I'm Jeff Briones, current president of the Davao Horse Club. So, first of all, the Davao Horse Club is the longest running club in the Philippine Horsemen's Federation. We are running, founded 1997, and we are on our 21st year today. So this horse show, 26th year. This horse show is our 21st horse show. So on November 10, 11, and 12, we will have our 21st Davao Horse Show and competition, featuring a livestock and agri-fair in partnership with the Department of Agriculture. So in this event, there is a 2-day race of the horses, and participating teams are all over the Philippines. The furthest we have is from Cebu and Bohol. So it is a national event. And then in this event, we are having the our partnership with the Department of Agriculture is the Livestock and Agri-Fair because most of our participants in the Davao Horse Show are farmers. So, and livestock owners. So, in this Agri-Fair, there are booths set up for different partners that will showcase their products to our participants.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Jeff. All right, so I think we're ready for the questions from our friends from the media. Who will shoot the first question? Okay, sir. Yes, po.
Hello, I'm Lito Pipito, an artist, but farmer din ako. Iniwanan ko lang ang farm namin sa Kapalong. Kung pwede bang mag-grow ang kakao sa Kapalong doon sa banana, ano? Kasi daanan ng posarium ba? So, iniwanan namin na 10.7 hectares kung pwede ba yung, pwede ba sa kakao.
Okay. Yan yung isa sa mga challenge natin as an industry, no? We really have to look into the areas where we are planting cacao. And I think the more important thing before you do it is you have to really test the soil. So, babalik tayo, sir, doon sa talaga sa basics ba? No? And that is why in this Congress, we will be talking about soil conditioning. We will be talking about what crops are suitable to what areas. Yung mga ganun. There's no doubt that Davao region, almost all the areas in Davao region, as long as it's between the sea level and 800 meters above sea level, okay yan siya. Pagdating mo dun sa topography, wala tayo dyan problema. Basta hindi lang maglampas tayo ng 800 meters above sea level. But then, of course, we really have to really look into the soil. And I think that is the challenge of our agriculture sector right now. How to really, how to give back to the soil what was lost to the soil all these years of farming. So, ang ibig sabihin, we need to do some regenerative farming, no? And when we say regenerative farming, ibabalik natin yung nutrients lahat dun sa soil. And when we do that, yung years of parang nabugbog yung ating mga lupa, hopefully in a number of years, pwede natin siyang ma-regain. And then we have more crops or more yield for the farmers, no? Ngayon, ayun lang po. Kailangan talaga i-test natin, pag-aralan natin mabuti. And if you're here if you will be there during the Congress, you will know all these technicalities because we invited so many experts so that we can help all the farmers.
Thank you, sir. Yes, po.
Good morning, sir. Sir, ang question ako, sir, pabali, mas midaghan ba karon, sir, ang ato ang production sa cacao compared last year, sir, kanang same period?
Okay, I have to be very, very honest about this, no? Because of the pandemic, nagkaroon tayo ng parang, and then there were rising costs of the fertilizers and all those things. Somehow, yung ating productivity hindi actually umangat. Hindi rin naman siya bumaba. Ang problema lang is when after the pandemic, post-pandemic, umakyat ngayon yung demand. Not only in the international market, but also for the local market. And we are experiencing a little bit of shortage for raw materials for us to produce, to trade, to make chocolates, to do some value adding. So nagkakaroon tayo ng a little bit of shortages along the way. Kaya nga ang ating theme talaga ngayon is really productivity, sustainability, and quality. So sustainability, it's of course yung sinasabi ko kanina na regenerative farming, yung long term natin na pag-iisipan yan. Pagdating mo naman ngayon doon sa productivity, para doon naman sa farmers, yung kanilang income umangat. Pagdating mo naman sa quality, and I think that it is very important for me to say that this year, the Saloy Cooperative won the top 50 in the COEX or the Cocoa of Excellence Award. No? And we have a lady farmer. I'm not sure kung si Judith Gabasa. Please take note of that. We have a lady farmer na nanalo ngayon dun sa top 50. In 2021 edition, there were three. There were three farmers. And yung three farmers na ito, two came from Davao region and one came from Negros. So, consistent tayo ngayon dun sa pagpanalo natin dito sa COEX. And COEX, the Cocoa of Excellence, is actually the Olympics of cacao. Okay, so meron tayong pumasok ngayon sa top 50 and most probably, hopefully, she will land in the top 20 come, kailan ba yun? Sa next year, which is February. So magkakaroon ng another round of competition.
My next question, sir, is good news kayo ni sir, no? Kaya di ba nag-export na karon og durian sa China? Pero naa ba ni siya i-effect, sir, sa mga mga tanom nato nga kakao sa Davao? Kay dunay uban ng mga farmers nga na ay plantation dati o kakao pero gipamutol na daw nila kumbaga kay kung sa durian daw mas daw siya mas paspas og dili kayo hassle daw pagdanom o unsa ba atong ginabuhatan na, sir, para
Okay. Ang advocacy natin ganito. Alam mo yung there's this parang attitude, no, dito sa farming and in the agriculture sector na kung ano yung uso, doon lahat, di ba? Okay. Ngayon, ang ina-advocate natin is ganito. We have to really balance. If you wanted to look at agriculture as a business, then we have to balance everything. No? Possible na maybe 6-7 years ago, the position of cacao was like durian. If you remember, pinagpuputol rin nila ibang di ba? Tapos, ang nangyari is, nagkaroon, syempre, we're talking about the world market, so nagkakaroon ngayon ng dips and ups and downs. Ganun lang talaga yung negosyo, di ba? So, ang ibig sabihin lang natin is that ang ating advocacy is really more on the diversification of the farms. Okay? Hindi ko masabi na naka-apekto yung durian na trend. And I am really happy about this durian trend because, durian is also a very, very good crop. Really. But then, kailangan natin i-balance. If you have a farm and you can manage a number of crops, I think that would be good because there are may mga forces along the way that we cannot control. So, ibig sabihin, pwedeng si durian okay ngayon, next week, baka hindi. Tapos okay ngayon si cacao, yung mga ganon. So, kailangan i-balance lang natin.
Thank you so much. Another question? Yes, sir.
Good morning. Sir Dante, sir, no? Sir, may we know kung kumusta ang supply ba nato karon diri sa Davao City? Late kasi ko nabot, basing na-discuss na kanina. Supply po sa Davao City sa atong cacao farmers. And we have how many po in terms of hectares na suppliers sa ato ang cacao po?
Okay. Yung mga absolute figures natin in terms of the supply of cacao, more or less, we are estimating, the industry is estimating Davao City to be around 10 metric tons. Okay? All around the Philippines, most probably around 15,000 metric tons. No? Davao City, I would like to correct, 10,000 metric tons. Okay. Hindi ho yan marami. Dahil sa ang daming kailangan ng tsokolate and the demand is rising. So, the challenge now is number one, okay, and tama yon, we are working closely with the Agriculture Department that we can have really a very, very good database by next year in cacao. Okay. Pangalawa, we have to determine ano yung productivity levels ng mga puno. Kasi yung target natin dapat nasa at least 2 kilos per tree of dried beans. Pero ngayon, sa aming observation, the number of kilos of dried beans per tree is nandun lang around 800 grams. So, ang ibig sabihin, marami pa tayong mga things to improve on. And I think with all the technologies that are available right now, especially from the Department of Agriculture and the City Agriculture, where they are distributing itong yung mga microbes and all those they can further give explanation to that. But these are bioinoculants to our soil and well-being of the trees. I think we are moving on to something which would be more productive in the next 3 to 5 years.
Just to know the difference, pila ba ang total annual demand? Kasi we have 10,000 ang metric tons. Pila ba dapat ang demand total annually?
Okay, locally, Philippines is consuming around 50,000 metric tons of cacao. And we only have, let's say, 15,000, the whole of the 15,000. No? So, yung local natin, meron ka ng gap. In the international scene naman, it is growing at around 10% per year, ang demand. And the world needs around 5 million metric tons per year. So, ang ibig sabihin, malayo tayo. But then, we have a good climate, we have the best the best environment for cacao. So there is really room for expansion.
Last lang, sir. Sa habit as what you said a while ago, sa habit sa Pinoy nga kung unsay uso, mautoy kagaton dayon, with the existence aning pagkusog karon sa demand sa durian, naabay risk tanggi atubang diri sa Davao City, basic in the next years to come, maggagamay ang atuang supply due to the kining kailangan pud nga demand sa durian.
Yeah, I don't think that there's really the risk because dito sa agrikultura, we believe that we have to grow together. No? So, similar, different crops, we have to really manage everything na lahat tayo umangat. No? And you know, I was explaining earlier that what we are encouraging is to really diversify the farms. So, ang ibig sabihin with that advocacy and with that advocacy coming from the government, then I think that it can be managed, no, in the future, and even now it can be managed that all of these commodities will really grow together.
So, paabo na lang yun. Asa nga mga area sa Davao City, sir, top suppliers o cacao, sir, dito sa Davao City, and kumusta ang support sa DA?
Okay. Si Davao City gihapon yun ang number 1. Okay? In terms of production. Okay. Pangalawa si Davao del Norte and Davao Oriental, and the rest are there also. They have their plantations. Okay. And which is why if you go to the Cacao Congress next week, please be very, very observant, because we will have a very, very good Davao Region Island. Okay? To show the whole Philippines that we are indeed the chocolate capital and we are indeed the cacao capital of the Philippines. Okay. Magkakaroon tayo ng isang island na we will curate na maganda ang pagkaka-layout natin na parang sort of parang bar, mini bar, na yung mga tao pupunta doon para bumili, pwedeng magsikwate, and then we have small shows like itong paggawa ng mga different types of tableya na may champurado, and we're working with with iChef, one of the schools here, yung iChef, who will also be participating in that show. So please support, because definitely we have something, a showcase for Davao during the Congress on 16 to 17 po.
Specific area po sa Davao City na producers po ng kakao.
Specific for Davao, we have, of course, Kalinan pa rin, Marilog, you have Pakibato. Ito yung mga malalaking areas natin na merong kakao talaga. DA support, of course, ayun, sabi ko kanina, ang dami ngayong mga suporta, lalo na pagdating mo ngayon, katulad nito sa Kakao Congress natin, DA has poured in a lot of resources, okay, so that we can have a very good show as Davao region, okay. Pangalawa, yung DA national naman, they are also supporting the Congress. And more importantly, on the ground, they're always there. No, lagi lang nandiyan si DA, lalo na pagdating mo ngayon dun sa mga iba't ibang mga teknolohiya na kailangan natin para sa mga farmers. Sila pa rin ang susi, no? And we really believe that the partnership between the private sector and DA and the city agriculture office is really very strong right now. I think this is the strongest point of the relationship between the private sector and the government.
Alright, thank you, sir. Alam ko ikuan po na question, balik kang Sir Jeff ganina. Siguro, sir, gusto lang po na ako mahibalaan, sir. Like na-mention mo, since 1997 ang Davao Horse Club. Unsa may mga challenges, sir, ana nga industry, and with the conduct of horse show, unsa ba'y mahimong impact ani po sa to mga invited nga mga farmers?
Yes, sir. So one challenge for the horsemen of Davao, because our horses of the Davao Horse Club are mostly imported. We started as may mga native horses rin. So, and then we started on gathering imported horses to improve the line of our horses. So this is the challenge we want to help our Davao region for the improvement of horses rin. So we have an activity on November 11, which is in partnership with DA pa rin, that we will hold a seminar for our who are interested in improving their horses. So DA has invited farmers from the Davao region to come in to join the horse show, and then a seminar will be held by our a partner vet of our Davao Horse Club that will teach the basic horsemanship, basic grooming of the horses, and help on improving the line of the horses. So we if you could see the horses on the native horses, they are very small, but they are also very acclimatized to our region. So kahit maliit sila, malakas sila, nilalagyan ng mga kung ano-anong ipapasakay, ganun, mga kalabasa, kaya-kaya nila kahit mataas. But then, if we introduce them to improve their line with imported horses, like quarter horses, which are work horses. So, ma-improve rin sila, mas maglaki sila, mas mabigyan sila ng strength on to do their work for whatever work they need to do.
Sir, for the invited farmers, libre po ba ito?
Yes, this is free to all. There is no entrance fee to join the Agri Fair and the horse show, to see the horse show. But the horse show participants, specifically the participants, are only part of the Philippine Horsemen's Federation lang.
Saan po ito, sir?
This event na pala will be held in Sitio Shanghai, Matina Aplaya, in the Davao Horse Club stables. So yes, it is a 2-day event. The first day will be meetings lang, and then on the Saturday and Sunday will be the event race and the Agri Fair.
For those who are interested, saan po sila ko-contact, sir?
you can contact the Davao Horse Club page on Facebook. Yeah, you can send a message there for more information, and all the information posted for our event is posted there.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Another question. Yes, ma'am.
To Sir, sa cacao po, about cacao. Sir, what are the challenges that the cacao farmers are facing? Are they lacking farm implements? And what can the government do to help you more? Although doon na naitabang mula sa gobyerno.
Okay. If it is really important that we look at this industry, not only for cacao, but most probably for all other crops. Let's look at the value chain. Okay. Kaya katulad nito na may kailangan, especially for the farmers, it's not only the farm inputs, it is not only the technology, but also the linkages to the market, also the linkages to the various technologies that are available. And I think na in general, our agriculture sector, we really need to focus on, number one, R&D, research and development. Pagdating natin kung ano ba ang mga tamang teknolohiya na dapat nating i-apply doon sa ating mga crops. Pangalawa, yung involvement po ng ating mga academic sector is really important. No, we have the Agricultural Training Institute, okay? But then, if we wanted this to be more long-term, kailangan natin ng mga bagong mga magsasaka. Kailangan natin ng mga batang magsasaka. No, the same thing as going into business where you are doing marketing. Iba talaga yung mga bata. Diba? So, kailangan natin i-develop yung mga kabataan para mahalin nila ang agrikultura. And what is the thing that would really work? If they see that you have some money in agriculture, and if we are able to prove that because of the various technologies that we are applying, then most probably we can have more farmers in the future. Ang kinatatakutan lang ho talaga namin ganito, baka pa 10 years from now, ngayon ang ating average age for the farmer is already 50 years old. That is already old. So ang ibig sabihin, kailangan natin na yun. And I think that's one of the most challenging aspects in agriculture right now, yung pag-train ng mga kabataan para maging mga magsasaka. And we hope that with this type of activity, the Congress, the sharing of different technologies, the support of the government will really encourage the young ones to be going into farming.
Thank you, Sir Toto. Yes, another question? Okay. Okay, so dili ko kay JP, unsa ba na-mention ni Sir unsa mga inisyatibo pa or programa ang gusto nga para ma-improve pa o ma-develop itong cacao industry? Unsa ba yung mga current nga programa karon or proyekto sa DA to support the cacao industry?
Yes po. Once again, may buntag. So in behalf po sa Department of Agriculture, so in response po sa mga challenges nato both sa different commodities and even livestock, we are aging sa atong farmers. Ang concern po is natin i-launch sa Department of Agriculture katong Young Farmers Challenge, wherein gina-entice nato ato mga kabatanunan, ato mga estudyante to really go into agriculture, and as an incentive for that is naghahatag taog mga initial capital, mga assistance, as well as katong mga financial nga mga facility nga pwede nila i-avail, so that maging makitaan po sa atong mga kabatanunan nga agriculture is not just only a dili kay siya lucrative tanawon, pero mas ma-enhance pa ang ilahang pagtanaw that agriculture is really it provides income or kwarta sa ato ang tanan, and agriculture is always the backbone of our economy. We cannot succeed, we cannot improve our nation without investing or providing so much attention sa ato ang agriculture sector. And third, sa high value crops development program sa Department of Agriculture nga dira na bilong ang ato ang kakao, so nagapadayon po ang ato ang pagsuporta sa paghatag og mga intervention like sa mechanization, farm nga mga farm production support, like karon natay program nga kaning Coconut Farmers Industry Development Plan, wherein naga-rehabilitate ta in response sa katong naga-decline na ang yield or ang production sa atong mga cacao farmers. So naatay program nga i-rehabilitate, so nagahatag ta og fertilizer, as well as po nagahatag ta og mga technologies and mga techniques sa unsaon pag-rehabilitate sa ato ang mga cacao farms nga naka-intercrop with coconut. So that is why sa masagingan ni Sir Toto Pod is kinahanglan nato i-diversified ato ang farming activities like intercropping, so para maka-generate po tag-income aside sa cacao, naabot pa other sources of makuhaan o income sa ato ang pag-uma. And also po sa ato sa livestock sa horse show, so nato tay support nga nagapadayon pa nga ginasuportaan as much as possible with the directives po sa ato ang new agriculture secretary nga mas makuan pa gyud i-enhance pa ang food production sa ato ang nasud po. So mo lang to siya.
Yes, isa na sa itong gilook forward, JP, no? Kay matod pa sa itong bagong DA Secretary, he will visit the region para makita dyan niya on the ground ang sitwasyon sa itong agriculture sector. And yes, kanang sa gimong mention nga Young Farmers Challenge, ubay-ubay na itong mga kabatanunan nga nahatagan og suporta ni Ana, and dili lang ingon nga ning request sila lang og mga intervention, but they presented their business model canvas usa sila gitagaan og intervention. And na-remember na ako, when it comes to cacao, somewhere in Davao de Oro na yung entrepreneur nga nakaproduce siya iyang version sa Nutella. So proud kita na na-awardan siya na sa national level ang iyang produkto. Alright? So, napo ba yung mga pangutana? Yes. Ayan, here.
Good morning to Sir Moico. Sir, how warm is the international demand for Davao Cacao? And for the event po, no, this November 13 ba to siya, sir? Asa to siya na di? 16, sorry.
Yeah, 16.
16. Kinsa na international companies ba karon or delegates ang naa, sir? And also
Okay.
VIPs po, sir, if naa.
We are fortunate that we will be attended by the International Cocoa Organization, ICCO. The executive director will be coming, and also we have international speakers that will talk about markets and more importantly how to position Philippine cacao, and that would be given by our partners from PUM or PUM Netherlands. The senior experts are already here. So in preparation also for that, actually during our Congress proper, on 16th and 17th there will be 3 sessions of chocolate making classes, half day each, and then we will be inviting all the regions around the Philippines to participate. So the speaker would be Godel Chocolates, and also the expert coming from PUM Netherlands. So that is something that we can say that this is something new to what we've been doing all these years, okay? And then pangalawa, in partnership also with the DA, actually this week on Friday we will be holding a training on the basics of chocolate making. Our speaker would be coming from the Netherlands, from the PUM Netherlands project, and we will be training, this is the Davao Region Council, and we will be training the chefs, the schools, no, on chocolate making para sila makaturo rin sa mga bata, makaturo din sa mga kung sinong may gustong magkaroon ng chocolate making na activity.
Thank you, sir. VIPs though, sir, or officials?
Okay. Wait. I gave the program to I will give the program to DA, but just to give you of course our mayor will be there, no. The city government is really pouring in some money on the showcase that we have, and then we will have speakers coming from DA. Actually, we are hoping pa ngayon that the secretary will come. I was told in Manila na standby muna, pero wala pang confirmation. Pero we are hoping that he will come. But we are also open to the possibility of the president being here. Kasi we gave some invitation to the president months ago, and hindi pa naman humindi. Pero paminsan kasi kailangan natin magantay lang. So please bear with us. It will come, no? And then of course the personalities coming from the Philippine Cacao Industry Association or Philippine Cacao Council, headed by our Consul Arnie Garcia from Cebu. And of course Michelle Arion coming from, so I'll give a copy of this to DA. Please get your copies from them. And then the experts, both local and international, will be there. So please, sana ho pumunta kayo, no? And there will be a lot of stories inside, definitely. Okay, the venue pala dito sa SMX. Okay, sa 16 to 17. And then the registration is 5,000 pesos for especially for the delegates coming from outside of Davao. So we are expecting around 1,000 to 1,500 delegates, and abangan ho ninyo yung showcase natin, no? Something that we can be proud of as Davaoenos, no? Yung showcase natin as Davao Region, the island of cacao.
Media po, free admission.
Media, I think you were given the media passes already. Definitely.
Sir, yung exhibit area ba may libre?
Exhibit area, libre yun. No, walang problema yun. Actually, yung kahit na lang dun sa Davao Region na booth natin, marami na tayong makikita dun kasi may mag-show ng kung paano gumawa ng ganito, ganon. So, something interactive for everybody.
May pre-registration po or walk-in?
May pre-registration. Of course, yung walk-in pwede pa rin po. Kasi I think we still have around 500 slots na medyo open. Hindi pa naman fully But we are expecting, kasi usually pag yung Cacao Congress, umaabot talaga tayo ng mga 1,500 normally on the day that we are holding it already.
1,500 expected delegates.
Apa.
Alright, I think klaro na kayo kang Sir Toto, no? So diri na lang ko ka Sir Jeff. Sir Jeff, please invite our audience or viewers for the upcoming National Horse Show and Agri-Fair.
Good morning again. So on this November 11 and 12, we will have the 21st Davao Horse Show and competition featuring the Livestock and Agri Fair in partnership with DA. So in this competition, you will witness the obstacle race of the horses, barrel races of the horses, the oval races, show jumpings, drill teams, and many more. And then in the Agri Fair, we will have our horsemanship seminar for our partners in sa mga bukid who wants to improve their horses, and then in our other partners in the livestock and agri fair for horse owners. And then this will be held in Sitio Shanghai in Matina Playa, Davao City. Free ang entrance, so we are welcoming everyone to not just join the Agri Fair but just watch the horse show and enjoy the races. Thank you.
Alright, once again, daghang kayong salamat sa itong mga resource speakers for the day. Sir Toto, daghang salamat. Sir Jeff, Sir JP, thank you so much. And to our friends from the media, daghang kayong salamat. Ma'am Rhea Pujas of SM Lanong Premier, thank you so much.